I am a man who walks alone, and when I'm walking a dark road, at night or strolling through the park, when the lights begin to change, I sometimes feel a little strange, a little anxious when it's dark. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I am a man who walks alone, and when I'm walking a dark road, at night or strolling through the park, when the light begins to change, I sometimes feel a little strange, a little anxious when it's dark. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a phobia that someone's always there. Have you run your fingers down the wall, and have you felt your neck skin crawl when you're searching for the light? Sometimes when you're scared to take a look at the corner of the room, you'll sense that something's watching you. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a phobia that someone's always there. Have you ever been alone at night, thought you heard steps from behind, and turned around and no one's there? And as you quicken up your pace, you find it hard to look again, because you're sure that someone's there. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark. I have a phobia that someone's always there. Fear of the dark, 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 fear of the dark. Watching horror films the night before, debating witches and folklore, the unknown troubles on your mind, maybe your mind is playing tricks. You sense and suddenly eyes fix on dancing shadows from behind. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark, I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark, I have a phobia that someone's always there. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark, I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark, fear of the dark, I have a phobia that someone's always there. When I'm walking a dark road, I am a man who walks alone. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Arbiter. Let me just fix that. There we are. Now I am not invisible. How's everyone doing today? We're, as part of Spooktober Spectacular 2025, we are playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I played this back in 2022, just like much of this year's lineup, and we're going to be remastering the Let's Play, as all of those took place before I became a VTuber, before I was the Arbiter. Now, let's get things underway. End user license agreement. Yes, I know, I know. I wonder if Amnesia ever had any console ports. Specifically Dark Descent. I'm pretty sure that the other Amnesia games got console releases, but I want to say that Dark Descent only got, Yes, all well and good. Do not worry about when and how to save during gameplay. The game will take care of that for you. Sure. There we go. Whoops, that's way too high. Yeah, that looks right. Strange, you'd think this was the first installment. Let's go into settings really quick. This is really loud. Master volume. That sounds much better. Start new game. Normal. Hard mode is a bit much for me.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London.
Hold up. We're not getting visual. Let me fix that. Open the footage folder. Display capture. Oh. Window capture. That's Dolphin. Okay, can I confirm that we have visual? Howdy, Carl!
Welcome, Carl Muffin.
Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Oh, it looks like we have frozen footage. I'll have to fix that. I don't know. Ever since the update in to the recording software, we've been having this problem where footage does not capture correctly. Let's go to window capture and adjust it, because that worked for... Explorer, file explorer, file explorer. Strange? Yeah, no kidding. I'm just gonna hit that. Let's add game capture. No, that's a new folder. Sources, game capture, add source, add new source instead. Amnesia, add source, auto, capture specific window. There we go. I feel Streamlabs has been extremely buggy recently, so it's not just me then. That's good to know. Close. Now the question is, do we have visual? Looks like it. Can y'all confirm for me that it moves when I move? Oh, I see. Now it's taking up the whole stream, and you can't see me. But it looks like we do have movement, which is good. That's a good sign. That's closer to solving the problem. I'm just going to adjust this, and then drag it into the footage area. That looks right. I'm gonna move my mouse around. Do we get movement? Yes, excellent. Everything seems to be in working order now. Okay, we get notes with the journal key. Everything's tilty. Must be the effects of the amnesia potion. Okay, y'all see this? Don't open this door. That's a pro tip from your boy Arbiter. Now we can't help but witness this, it's kind of scripted, but You don't want to go in... No, this room's fine. It's... Hold up a second. It's very dark. Graphics. Let's up the gamma. That's a little better. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need tinder boxes, so it's good that we found that. Hold down left mouse and or yeah, we already know how to do that. This doesn't look like the 3 paintings room. Yeah, no, this is a trick. You don't want to go in here. I think the other room is safe. There's a tinderbox. Our sanity is crystal clear. All health is good. I wonder what's with the filter over everything. It's supposed to be pure black. That's footsteps. That's not me moving. And is it just me, or is the castle breathing? I mean, obviously Daniel's breathing, but... What the shit? Crystal clear sanity. And now the chandelier is swaying. This is not ideal. We're not going in here. We are especially not going in here. This room is a trap. Just a shirt. It's alive. Yes, it is very much alive. This is the best Lovecraftian video game I've ever played that wasn't directly inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. The other children cheered him on, his name voiced in a steadily rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this? The young boy thought, and struck his victim with a rock. Shit. Now it's dark. Daniel is a textbook definition of a nyctophobe. Ew, cockroaches! And they hiss too. Nasty little creatures. Still, we're gonna want these tinder boxes. Is there anything of value over here? No. Slight headache. Yeah, it's very easy to lose your sanity in this game. And this is why I don't play on hard mode, because when you reach 0 sanity, you don't just like fall over for a while and have like headache-inducing filters. No, you die. I can do without that, thank you very much. Whoa. Okay, the lantern is going to be useful later on. We're going to reserve that. I'm taking that tinder box. Now, when you see the purple filter, that's how you know there is no light. It is pure darkness. Now, pure darkness... We got some light in here, so that's good. The earthquakes are certainly something. I'm just gonna stare at the fire for a bit. Fire good. Man's first friend and invention. What's my oil at? We have about a I'd estimate that's about maybe a little under 25% oil. I love the concept of being trapped in a house building that's essentially alive in some way. XBBUFKFVAG is now following. That's probably on Twitch. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We've picked up some oil for our lantern.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there'll be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
I love the concept of being trapped in a house building that's essentially alive in some way. I take it you're a big fan of the movie Monster House then. That was a huge like reveal in that movie. Okay, nothing of value over here. Oh wait, no, this looks important. I think I didn't pull it down all the way. There we go. Any tinder boxes? No. No such luck. Monster House is such a fun movie. It really is. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. He made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with the neglect of family. Now, you see this over...
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brandenburg.
So you see this hallway out here, right? That actually is part of the ending, but you don't want to go that way right now. It'll trigger an event that will cause us to lose sanity, and a big fucking fleshy mass will appear in the hallway. Monster House is such a fun movie. It has a scary concept for a kid's Halloween movie. It also has a nice balance of humor too. Oh yeah, fantastic movie. Oh, hold up, that is important. I will tab out really quick. A device attached to the system is not functioning. Fuck. Looks like I'm gonna have to do them one at a time. I was trying to copy over files from my handheld emulator to the computer. I'll have to redo that later. Wait a minute. I just realized my RGB isn't set up correctly. Sorry, chat. This should only take a second. Agree. Library. I won't be seeing you later. Munch munch. There we are. That's better. Oh, hold up. We have some visual tearing. That means that VSync is probably off. Resolution, DD, custom, vertical sync. There we go. Oh, yeah. Much better. Yeah, so let's just go down to the refinery and... Well, we're not getting through that. It's tough and pliant. It can't be torn by hand or tools. That sounds like someone who needs help. Let's go and save them. He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in the stomach. Hazel remained hidden in fear she too would be punished. Welcome home. A web ARG has a good execution of a house that is alive. Interesting. I'll have to look it up. I used to be fascinated with ARGs back in like 2016, 2017. Cryptids too. Not that there's a connection, just that was what I was into at the time. Nope, 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 sir. This is bad. Who's saying it's cold? ARGs are fun. Oh yeah, definitely. Especially the well-written ones, or the ones that aren't necessarily the best written but tell an interesting story. Okay, now we don't want to look down this grate if we can help it. I'm gonna take that tinderbox. Aha! There's another one. Anything of value here? No, not as such. The lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experience has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar.
Should be more coop racks. Let me see. And one part aqua force.
This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lacked the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Clamine is and orpiment are a given, and the cuprite binds them well. This time I will attempt aqua regia instead of aqua fortis, in the hopes that it will produce an even more a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acidic and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. We have 5 tinder boxes and about as much oil as we started with. The door slammed shut behind him, and he knew he would never again see the old tailor at Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London seemed appropriate somehow. Right. Well, wine cellar. The note did say something about the wine cellar, so that's where we'll head to next. Locked. Cannot be opened without a key. So in the game, it's not explicitly stated what Baron Alexander is, only that he's been on Earth for quite some time, several centuries or maybe even millennia, and he is not human. My headcanon is that he is an exiled Time Lord. And I will get into that when I end up writing the short story related to Amnesia for my VTuber lore. If a fragrant taste of rose lingered in his mouth, Turkish delights, he thought, just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople. If you do look into getting into Welcome Home, the YouTuber Nightmind has a few videos going over the project. Don't watch Game Theory's videos. I don't think their Welcome Home theories are that accurate. I also recommend going to the website yourself. Will do. I love Nightmind's videos. Some of my favorite videos by him are the various Slenderman arcs. I loved Tribe 12 and oh blast, what was it? It was Everyman Hybrid, yes. Marble Hornets was good too. That video actually helped me make sense of the Marble Hornets lore and timeline and all that. It's really a shame what happened with Adam Rosen, the creator of Tribe 12, though.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London.
ZZZZ.
So, one of the unspoken bits of lore about Amnesia is that it's heavily implied that Baron Alexander funded the expedition that led Daniel to Algeria. That's just papers. Oh, that's odd. My phone just went into picture-in-picture mode. Wilhelm's contract. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years, when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court, and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Gerich. What the fuck was that?
"17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
There's a tinderbox. Nothing here. Nothing here. Can't see shit. Okay, note to self, do not break urns. Wow, our sanity is taking just the biggest beating right now. Ooh, oil and a tinderbox. That is most helpful. Our sanity's not looking good, though, to be expected, all things considered. Nope. I'm just gonna go to 0 sanity. That door is open and won't lock. Or alright, we got some light in this room. That's nice. I like that. Light's good.
Incoming ad break.
We've already checked these rooms, so yeah. Oh, we have better sanity now. It's just a slight headache. That's good. I wonder how that happened. That sounded like a floor moaning. I don't know why specifically a floor, it's just what comes to mind. Lantern oil. We'll take that. Oh yeah, does anyone remember that CDI game where you play as Princess Zelda? Well, I found out that somebody made a Game Boy port of that game. I can only assume that that version is better, because, you know, it's not the CDI. Ooh, tinder boxes and lantern oil. We have a lot of lantern oil now, and we have 9 tinder boxes. That's good. We're getting resources.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wards. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Is there anything over here? Yes, there's a tinder box. Well, the game did literally just warn us about earthquakes with a flashback. Nothing there. No. Yes. Anything in here? No. Taking that note triggered something.
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
What have we here? It's beautiful.
I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away. unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Kingdom of Prussia. I need... a heavy stone. You'll do. Yeet!
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Now, it is most dark in here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take this. Oh, I think that one's already broke. It might just be my imagination, but I think I just heard footsteps. Alstadt and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Alstadt, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains, dressed with scattered lakes, is as picturesque as can be, albeit in the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A Visit Undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Alstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Alstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The Immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Alstadt, and like most of the noble, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as a protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage, therefore the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of the occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle, along with the great leaders of this country. I think it would be overkill to use that right now. Now, there's a book on the shelf. Oh, hold up. No. This looks different than the rest. That's one. Where the blazes is that other book that I'm supposed to pull? That's two. That's three. It won't open, it's locked. Now, one of these drawers has skulls and bones inside of it. No. That's a journal entry. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would, in a sense, solve both of my problems. Well, there's nowhere to hide. Well, I mean, there is that, but... tab. Slight headache. Yes. This door was not open a second ago. Won't budge. Old tomes. Wait, I've been in here already. Holy shit! Now that's scripted and it actually disappears. The pursuing music is playing. That's mildly disconcerting. I'm hearing the growling. Maybe we're not alone in here. The desert dunes were like waves in a sluggish sea. While the caravan moved, the land appeared motionless, but in camp the hills moved. Time to run. so-called shadow, which is really just the universe catching up with itself. It was done, the men said. The tomb had been revealed. Tin Hanan awaits, grinned the toothless foreman. Beware, when standing in darkness, your sanity will slowly drain. Head is pounding, hands are shaking.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
It's delicious cow muffin.
Okay, that door is locked or sealed in some way. Part of the ceiling's falling apart, but I don't see what's so scary about that. Anything back here? Ah, laudanum. Holy shit, Batman! I definitely saw a creature. Daniel, quit eating your potato chips. They're gonna find us. Daniel, you're talking to yourself. I think I went in that way, so I'm just gonna close this, make it harder for whatever is here to find us. Take that. Yes, that's important too. No. Too heavy to lift. More lamp oil. Oh, that was a trap. Ouch. Cuts and bruises. Well, we have some laudanum. Let's use that. Okay, my sanity is in the shitter right now.
Did you know you can pet me? Check out the pet cafe.
Let's see, can I get to the door? Oh, I hate this. This filter, this wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey nonsense is just the worst. This is almost as bad as when I went blind from playing a VR headset. Thank the Lord. I still haven't found my objective down here, though. Nope. No siree. No. We're going back in the closet.
Is anyone there?
Pounds on door and asks, is anyone there? That's different. Daniel, someone is very clearly there. Whoa. I think we just found the men that Alexander gave the wine to.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like my chest is going to burst. Oh.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
Oh man, he sounds like me a couple, back when I had the throat problems. Wilhelm's last words. My name is Wilhelm, House of Gerich. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to Castle Brennenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious about the supposed Knight of the Order, what this Knight of the Order could want of me, and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past and not the honors I have been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I've brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming, their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer... Anything of use in here? Nope. Okay, that sounds unsettling. Oh, those are the 3 chemicals we needed. That's not lantern oil. Wait. Wasn't there a 4th? Nothing over here. I grabbed the chemical from this room. This is the room. This is the one room I have not explored yet. time to leave. Oh, that's strange. There's supposed to be a... He sat down by the casbah wall, gasping for air. Sweat poured from his forehead and onto the sand-veiled ground. But yeah, there was supposed to be a... Uh-oh. Time to skedaddle. Ouch. Slight headache. We have 8 tinder boxes, about 60% of our lantern oil. We have 4 chemicals. Well, needs must when the devils do. After enduring 3 days in Algiers, a sailboat was finally arranged to take him across the Mediterranean Sea to Gibraltar. Having reached British territory, it was just a matter of reserving a cabin on SS Hortensia, headed for London. Oh, it's this one. This is the area where there's the earthquake that destroys the stairway, and you have to platform your way up. Well, nothing like the present. Need to ignite the burners first, but I thought I did that. There we go. A slight headache. Now that... Yes, that's going to be a problem. Not to worry, I think I can find a solution to this. This is going to violate so many OSHA protocols, but I mean, it's OSHA. Nobody takes it seriously. Be the reason your company does not comply with OSHA standards. No safety rails? No problem. It became impossible to avoid. The commotion in the streets begged for his attention. As he opened the shutters, the French soldiers opened fire on the 2 young men fighting back. Their voices were silenced in the haze of gun smoke. Crystal clear sanity, full health, nearly a full lantern, and 8 things of tinder boxes. We're doing pretty good for ourselves right about now. The cloth smelled of desert and damp musk. The pieces lay scrambled on top. Too many of them, he thought, or perhaps too few.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Okay. Enemies are nearby. This does not look like a door, but you know what we can do? We can hide in the darkness. I hear growling, but I don't hear the pursuer music. Slight headache. It might be wise to light that torch. instead of going into the spooky door that opened on its own, I am going in here.
Close. Somehow. June 1839. It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
Sanity's not good.
Incoming at break.
We have only 6 tinder boxes. I should use those sparingly. He said as he lit another fucking candle. Okay. Locked from the other side. That means that the monster probably spawns there. Oh, hold up. Y'all thought you could fool me. But no, I see everything. Now we're just gonna yeet this up here to get rid of that board. I'll just use this winch and open the trap door. Tinder boxes. Good find. That crate can't be opened. What's over here? A tinder box, I like that. Anything of value in this room?
25th of June, 1839. I feel the need to continue this journal, even though it was intended for my journey to Africa. This must be something very important. I just know it. I've taken it upon myself to piece the orb back together, but it's been more difficult than one might think. The pieces are behaving strangely. They seem to change color, shape, and texture, but ever so slightly. Yesterday, I took careful measurements and notated any significant markings. Today, I confirmed my suspicions. They were changing. I was terrified and rushed off to see the finest geologist in London, Sir William Smith. I approached the subject with care, and we discussed how rocks change form. He told me about the nature of glass, how it eventually collapses on itself, like ice slowly melting over the course of centuries. Smith eased my mind a bit, but I can't escape the feeling that these shards have otherworldly properties.
Time to skedaddle. I know that pounding. That's the sound of a monster. Yeah, go figure. Down, down to Goblin Town. Ow! Fucker. He He crashed through the surface. The dark Atlantic water smothered him as he struggled to make sense of the situation. I can't see. I've gone blind. Oh, this part. Yeah, I forgot about this. The invisible sea demon. I can hear it close behind me. It can't hurt me as long as I'm standing on top of the crates. Fetch! How do I get you open? Ow! Go get him, boy! And this one's for you, too! Hollow needle. I need something else, though, don't I? Something large brushed against his leg, and he felt himself being dragged along by the current of the beast. He pushed himself above the surface. "Help!" he cried as the ocean swallowed him again. Felt himself being hoisted out of the ocean. The lacquered hull of SS Hortensia glittered into the soothing, warm yellow light of a setting sun. He turned his head to the calm ocean reaching towards the coast of Portugal and thought, is this another dream? Crystal clear. A few cuts and bruises, but we got laudanum. We can fix that. Alright, if you're watching on YouTube, this is where the first episode ends. But if you're here on Twitch, we are gonna marathon this. Let's just take a splash of water on our face to calm down.